It's me, Jackie. Well, happy Halloween there, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, spooky episode. Spooky episode. I really hope that this thing goes off.
The fire alarm?
I really hope it goes off.
Yeah, it sounds like there might be something burning in my oven that just keeps setting that bullshit off. Yeah. Or it's a ghost. Because it's Halloween. Ooh. Have you had any ghost experiences?
Yeah. I've seen like things fly across the room like randomly.
So I've never had like any ghost experience, but like I still feel like they're like I'll have feelings like, ooh, I don't feel alone.
You don't feel alone, yeah.
But like when I'll look around my house and I'll just be like, yeah, there's just nothing here, nothing exists, and just like go back to what I was doing.
Yeah.
But like it seems like that's their plan.
Yeah.
Why would they want to be noticed?
I've heard. Like we have, you know how my dad has all those like drums, those hand drums? Yeah. I've like heard people playing those in my house before, and my parents. I've seen like a pencil fly across the room one time. Like it was just on a counter and it just like flew.
That's so crazy to me because I've never had like any of the, and I feel like someone that just smokes a bunch of weed would like, oh shit, did that just move? Or like have something, like nothing, there's nothing.
But I feel like we talked about this like 2 weeks ago.
But it's Halloween, baby.
Yeah, but I don't want to keep reiterating ourselves on the show. But I feel like people who are open themselves up to like not Halloween. People who open their hearts to Halloween. People who are open themselves up to like ghost experience ghosts. Dude, my friend Nick. I have a friend named Nick. Okay. He actually won an Emmy. Shout out Nick, bro. That fucking is so sick, dude. I'm so proud of you.
Shout out.
Yeah, he stayed over at my house one time, right? And first of all, he never stayed at my house again. And he said he woke up in the middle of the night and he thought Tia was in my room. Tia, at the time, me and him were like 15, so Tia would have been...
young as hell, yeah.
Tia would have been like 8 or something. Yeah, she'd been 8. And he was like, Tia, like, why are you trying to scare me? His little girl is in my room. And it wasn't my sister. It was a ghost. And he was terrified, dude.
That's fucking creepy because your dad is like... I've seen him go on one before about like some shit.
Dude, when you lived with my dad, he said that there was a ghost in the apartment you guys lived in.
I was 3, so like I had no memory.
Yeah, so I guess like the lights would always turn on and off in the house. There was a hairdryer that would always randomly turn on. Cupboards would open and close and slam.
What if like your dad is haunted and not a house?
That's possible.
Can like a person carry not like a demon, but like a haunting?
Yeah. Yeah, and like I guess one day he was in the house and your brother, he thought it was Michael. There's like a little, like he saw someone run down the hallway and he was like, Michael, stop running in the house. And he walked out and he saw Michael dart out the door. He's like, what the fuck? So then he runs out and there's a little boy running from him and it just disappeared. And then my dad walked back in and your brother was like napping in his room or something.
I've never had a spooky thing that's like not connected to a dream. All my spooky things in life has been connected to like a dream where like that's fucked up shit and like my reality is kind of matching with it and that's fucked up.
Yeah, I don't know, like this is pretty weird. When I was in my old apartment in Atlanta, in that like trap house one, there was this girl who came over and apparently the girl who moved out, who lived there before I moved in, was a witch, and she would do like rituals and stuff in the room all the time. One time, this chick came over, and she's like tapped in, you know? She's like real spiritual, and she's like, I gotta leave. And we're like, why? And she's like, I can't talk about it. And she's like, there's bad energy in your room to me. And I was like, oh, does it feel like purple? Like, I don't know. I just said like, cause I could cause you know how I have that like...
No, I get it. You feel colors or just have a feeling.
That chromesthesia thing where like I can, when I hear music, it like is colors to me. Do you know I hear color or whatever? And she was like, yeah, it is. Yeah. And she like was freaked out. Never came back over to the apartment, right? Well, one day, dude, I was sitting in the kitchen with everybody and we heard something in my room slam, right? And I had just ordered a pizza like a couple hours earlier. And the pizza was like on... like, I don't know. It was like, let's say it was on like a desk in the corner of the room. Okay. I opened the door and the pizza was at the foot of the door open, dude.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Dude, if I was a ghost, I'd be munching on everybody's pizza.
Yeah, it was, it was like in Casper.
Yeah, it would be what's the fat?
His name's Fatso. His name's Fatso.
There you go.
His name's Fatso, yeah.
Perfect name. Dude, that movie has Rodney Dangerfield as a cameo in it. And
know,
Mel Gibson, our boy, dude.
We talked about
Shit rules.
Because it was, wasn't Bill Murray in that movie or something? Yeah, Bill Murray was one of the ghosts. This was on the Bill Murray episode. You got to get your memory working, dude.
I can't.
You need to
fucking hit my head a lot in life that, like, it like doesn't work that
dude.
well,
You need
dude.
to take notes on everything.
I do. You should see me in school. I'm like, oh my God, I've read this 5
You
times.
had nothing. What's the scariest thing that's ever happened to you then?
I've had like I've been around weird people, but I've always like left the scene. I remember probably 2017-ish, 2016. This is why it's weird to me. Like my buddy invited me to his friend's house.
Okay.
And his friend had a wife and they had a dog. They lived in like an apartment and it was for 4th of July.
Okay.
So no, it wasn't like Halloween or anything
Yeah, it wasn't
weird.
spooky season.
And like after most of the fireworks were lit and like we ate, they were like, hey, you want to like play the Ouija board? And I'm like, what?
Fuck that.
So they like got the Ouija board out. And I'm like, dude, I don't believe in this because it's made, I can say it's made by Hasbro or whatever. Like,
yeah.
But I'm like, at the same time, I'm like, this is like, I don't want to do this. It felt fucking so weird. And I'm like, everybody was down to do it except me. I'm like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I don't want to play. And it ended up like they all ended up not doing it.
Yeah.
Like that's the weirdest shit I can like think of.
I remember when I was in college, one of my roommates was like, yeah, we're going to, because we had a basement, you know, and he's like, yeah, me and my friends are going to come over and we're going to do a seance and do a Ouija board in the basement. I was like, no, you're not. Dude, you're literally not. I'll fucking fight you. I was like, yeah, no, you're not doing that.
Yeah, me, I'd be like, you can do that, but I'm having fucking no part of that shit.
No, don't do that in your house. You're crazy.
Well, yeah, not in my house. I've never had to.
Yeah, like if...
Dude, I smudge my house. Fucking, that's what I'm going to be doing on Halloween. Right? I don't know.
If you don't do it right, it's bad. You know that, right?
I'm just doing what fucking...
How do you do it?
How your dad taught me.
What are you doing? I don't think he does it right either.
Well, I'm just smudge and say a prayer.
No, dude, no.
I don't fucking know.
You have to do... Okay, this is what you do. You start in like the farthest corner of your house.
I do the corners and stuff.
And you go all the corners, and then you have to like you push it the stuff out of the corners of the room out the door,
its way out the house.
and then you have to work its way all the way out the door. I had a actually, yeah, dude, I dated this chick in college, and she smudged her house wrong, and she said that she opened a door after I left, and a fucking demon jumped into her face. Because she smudged your house wrong.
Well, maybe I did it right. Because, like, once again, no demons, no ghosts.
Well, I'm not saying it.
Yeah, I know.
Rain.
Come on.
I'm not saying, but I'm just saying you got to make sure you do it right. Because if you do it wrong, you're going to get a spooky spook.
But, like, what if the person online is telling me that this is the right way and it's actually the demon way? Then I feel like I'm safer just doing it my way.
That's why you got to get...
I did it my way.
That's how you seem to operate.
What else are you going to do? Listen to someone else? And be like, yeah, let's
listen to me. Listen to me.
I'll listen to you.
I don't have a house to smudge though, so I don't have to do that.
I've had multiple houses, multiple apartments, no ghosts, or I'm not on like their level where I can't read it or they're not reading to me.
Yeah, just not tuned in to the ghosts. It's like a radio, you know, it's like a radio frequency.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it is.
Did you see the video Tanner made where he went to the Jewish cemetery and was asking the Jewish ghosts what
Tanner from Piss Magazine?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, where he... Why'd you say it like that? Tanner from Piss Magazine?
Trying to plug his podcast?
Yeah, no, he went to a Jewish cemetery and asked the Jewish ghosts what they thought of the Israel-Palestine conflict with a ghost reader.
With one of those, like...
radio things,
like, almost like a...
Yeah, it's really funny. It's really funny. I'll show it to you.
So does our boy believe in that?
Yeah.
Because he has one. If you have one, you're like, I'm a big fan of The Conjuring.
He loves ghost hunting.
It does look fun, but like just the results it produces, it doesn't seem like it's fun.
I would never do that shit. Dude, this Kenny versus Spenny ghost episode where Kenny ties him to a fucking radiator and
that's like that's an episode I'd be able to win. Be like, oh, I'll just make sure Isaac can't move and he'll flip out and lose.
I couldn't do that. Like, yeah. I wouldn't subject myself to that. Like, I wouldn't do it.
You wouldn't go into like, hey, we're gonna spend 4 hours in this old insane asylum.
No, there's nothing you could do to make me do that. I would never do that ever.
That would probably. I think like
I wouldn't do that for money. I literally would not.
Because have you seen like those really old?
Yeah, fuck that. I'm getting scared talking about this.
Cool. Do you know those old videos? Like, I know there's one and it's real. It's like someone filmed like an insane asylum in like the 40s. It's like black and white, really grainy, but it's like people are fucked up, like living in their excrement. Like, dude, that shit has to have an imprint on shit like that.
Yes, dude. No, I don't even like talking about this. I really don't.
What about like a hospital?
No.
Dude.
Fuck no.
That has to be top two.
No
Insane
way.
asylum, hospital, probably then jail is like after dark, no one there.
I would never do that, dude. Dude, I'm getting like anxiety talking about this. You would have to pay me literally like $5 million to do that.
Yeah, and you're only doing it for money, dude. And what if you bring something back because you're doing it for like a nefarious reason?
That is what would happen.
Dude.
Absolutely not. I don't even like talking about this. Fuck no, dude.
Can you think of another place besides those three that would be like that terrifying? Because like I'm just trying to think of places where there's like insane human suffering. And like even though hospitals are meant to like
concentration camp.
That one.
Ghost hunting in Auschwitz.
Fuck.
I'm like looking at the doors. I'm all, is this wood?
There's like, is that door like opening itself?
Where's that?
Dude.
I'm like measuring the scratches in the walls. Measuring them.
Just be like, hey, ghost. 6 million? Feel like there should be more ghosts here. You know what I mean?
This doesn't feel ghosty enough. That's funny.
Check out Hobo Joe 421. Thank you. Big Smitty, thank you for the recommendations out here. Free Alpha.